opponent off. So,
all right, well, it looks like we're jumping into game number 1 of this series. It's Ivan going up against Lucas. We're going to have Ivan up on that red side and Lucas down on the blue side. Furnace immediately dropped. It's answered by a Miner, though.
I really like this Miner play. I really like Miner. Miner is one of my favorite cards at the moment, so I can't wait to see what Lucas's deck is actually going to be in this one.
Yeah, nice snowball as well. Doing a really good job just to answer that the Furnace immediately there. Guards comes down, will block the Lumberjack. So far, so good. Both players on about the same amount of elixir and both leaking because they don't want to give too much away right now.
Yeah, I mean, before it used to be, you used to get the double elixir before even your opponent, or either player would actually play a card. So I wonder if it's going to be like that this time. They're kind of just cycling a little bit at the moment, though, just trying to get through to their main cards. Maybe Royal Giant, maybe... I don't know what Lucas is actually playing with this Miner, though, because I've never seen a Miner in these sort of decks. It might be a Royal Giant version, but I'm not entirely too sure what he's going to be playing right now.
It's going to be a Tombstone as well, so Skeleton's down the right-hand side, and that will block the Baby Dragon just for a little bit there. The Skeleton's actually pulling it in exactly the worst possible place for Lucas, as now that Royal Giant going to come on through, and the Tombstone's going to block absolutely nothing. Inferno Dragon will be able to do a lot of damage, but not before a few shots come on in. Royal Giant gets 4 shots in there. 1300 HP remaining. The Mega Minion trying to deal damage to this Lava Hound, but that Inferno Dragon's going to do some work here.
Yeah, I mean, but I mean, Ivan, he expended a lot of elixir there. He still has to deal with this counter push. I don't know if he's going to deal with it very easily. Lucas doesn't look like he's back this push up very much either, so yeah, I don't think he's going to get too much damage on here. But I mean, in double elixir, if he does get that Lava Hound down, get that big push going, I don't think there's going to be much way for Ivan to actually stop this. But you can see his anti-air. He's got the Mega Minion, he's got the Baby Dragon, he's got Electro Wizard. He has got the anti-air to deal with this Lava Hound deck, so I'm just wondering if he's going to be able to take it down at the end.
Yeah, one of the big situations in this kind of game as well is, yes, it's going to be difficult for him to defend against a strong Lava Hound push, but if he can keep the pressure up, maybe he never actually has to. If he can be the one on the aggressive side, forcing elixir out of his opponent, it's often hard to set up that push. Royal Giant gets another couple of shots in, 850 remaining. And the rest of the push will be cleaned up, but once again, it's all about just getting those little shots in, just chipping away. Now the defense coming out from the likes of Ivan. Snowball comes on through. The Inferno Dragon will be finished off. The Furnace is set up, and the Royal Giant drops once again.
Yep, I think Ivan's just got the deck here. It's like Lucas cannot get through whatsoever that Lava Hound. It's so slow pushing. An Electro Wizard, Mega Minion, Baby Dragon just deals with the pups so well once the Lava Hound explodes. So it's just, I think he's just got a really good counter. So I honestly don't know how Lucas is going to be able to come back from this. I mean, like I say, he could get that big massive push off, but 851 HP left in his tower now. I don't think he's got too much of a chance. Royal Giant could potentially go at the bridge right now and get a couple shots off.
Barbarian Barrel there just to cycle over towards that Royal Giant, but the Graveyard does come, the Tombstone does come down in the end. Guard's going to be there to try and DPS this Giant down, but actually there's really not that much doing work. A couple of shots will go in here. 350 remaining now as the counter push comes on out. Inferno Dragon will beat out the Baby Dragon. Furnace comes down just to block the Lava Hound, but once that explodes, is he going to have enough to deal with the pups? I think he probably will, because it is actually going to finally connect to the tower. The pups come out, and Lumberjack going to distract as they run away.
Yeah, but you see here, Lava Hound just getting nothing done. There's too much splash damage in Ivan's deck. There's a few there's the building as well that can tank and constantly chip as well. The Royal Giant just snipes that Tombstone so easily. 2 shots and it's down. Not much of a problem at all. He hasn't got really a main tank killer.
One more shot,
and
there it is. Yep. That's going to be Ivan taking game number 1. He lost out in his previous series, but managing to start this one off strong. Great stuff coming out from Ivan and Lucas. Unfortunately, the Lava Hound deck just not really doing what it needed to do in that one, and we'll see what he's going to change up coming into game number 2. We've seen a couple of deck changes, but mostly it's been the same sort of variations on those decks. This Lava Hound, I think the first Lava Hound we've seen today, not really doing what it needed to do.
I thought it would have been a good choice, though, but I mean, some of the Royal Giant decks just have a lot of anti-air in it, so it's easy for it to deal with the Lava Hound like that deck did. But if you didn't have the likes of maybe the Electro Wizard, the Mega Minion, or the Baby Dragon, I think it would have been a lot harder for him to deal with that kind of push coming forward. So, but I think there was just huge pressure as soon as he dropped that Lava Hound down. There was just that Royal Giant coming forward. It was tanking for everything behind the Lava Hound, and it allowed it time to lower the Lava Hound's HP enough to be able to take it down before it even got to the tower.
Yeah, and now we get into the realm of mind games, because you could change up the Lava Hound deck, or if you think that your opponent is going to try and predict your swap and change into something, maybe you just stick with the same deck. That is also a viable strategy, but here's the thing, it's all about reading your opponent.
It
It's
is,
not
yep.
something that there's a static strategy that's always going to be the best there. You have to try and figure out what your opponent is going to do. Try and read the situation and figure out what you're going to do for the next game. We're jumping into game number 2, though, as it's going to be once again Lucas on that blue side. Ivan, 1 win away from taking this series right now. The tombstone will go down, so Lucas may be running with the same deck, and Minor actually comes out from Ivan now.
Minor coming up from Ivan, so he's definitely switched up his deck as well. I wonder if he's going to maybe come out with the Lava Hound deck. Like you say, with the whole mind games and everything, he could just be playing the same deck against them, sort of thing. Lumberjack, I'm not sure about the Lumberjack there, but because you don't see a lot of Lumberjack against Lava Hound, so
Could have a mirror match here, honestly. This is looking like the exact same deck that Lucas was playing in the last game. Mega Minion comes down alongside that Lava Hound. Baby Dragon there coming out from Lucas. They're going to clash in the middle. The Lava Hound's just charging on through. So far, these decks exactly mirrored, but a Flying Machine now comes out from Lucas. Has changed it up a little bit from game 1.
a little bit damage. I don't think both players are really going to get too much damage here. A little bit of chip and pops, but nothing really detrimental to the game so far.
2,000 remaining, and it's going to be 1950 on the other side, but incredibly close. Snowball comes down just to negate that, but a couple of shots will still come in from the Baby Dragon, and the Barbarian going to walk forward will be met by a Lumberjack, but 1,600 remaining. That's actually a decent advantage for Ivan.
Yeah, but definitely, if they're running mirror decks as well, every bit of damage on the tower counts, so having that 300 HP on the tower could actually just win in the game. I was actually reading a few pros recently on Twitter. They were speaking about Lumberjack being one of the strongest cards in the game right now because it's paired with Lava Hound really well, it's played with Balloon really well, and it's played with even Royal Giant. There's not a deck that Lumberjack can't be in just because of that rage. There's huge value from it. I mean, it's 4 elixir, you're basically getting maybe a Knight plus a rage at the same time, and it's even stronger than a Knight as well. The damage it does, the speed it hits.
The single target damage, especially against a Royal Giant, you can really chip away that health. As long as it's got support from something else to take it down, it will be able to get through that. But look at this exact mirrored situation on the map right now. Both Lava Hounds going to go through. Snowball actually going to come out from the likes of Lucas, though, and then Poison from his opponent. That's going to be able to just... These pushes just meet in the middle, and both will get mashed up here. Tiny bit of chip damage on either side, but again, still pretty much exactly close game.
Yep. I mean, they're the same deck, but slight variations. We've got the Flying Machine with Lucas, which can be a really strong card as well, as long as you don't get it in that poison and allow your opponent to get the poison value out of that. So, but both players are just playing really similar. We've got the Tombstone. Not too sure about that placement of the Tombstone. Maybe you could have placed it a little bit over a little bit and then lured it over, but it's just, I guess, how the Tombstone was played, I guess. But we got another Lava Hound coming out from Ivan. Big push coming on the right-hand side, but there's just so much anti-air.
Lumberjack's charging through, though. It might won't quite get a hit, but we'll get the rage down. I think the pups will be dealt with, though. Baby Dragon will fall as well. Just one Baby Dragon remains from all of that chaos, but another 300 damage done. 1,000 now remaining. Couple of chips come on in. So it is advantage right now in favor of Ivan. He's 1-0 up in the series. And we'll see what Lucas is going to be able to do to answer his Lava Hound. We'll get closer and closer to that tower. Poison doing a lot of the damage as well.
Yeah, it's not looking good for Ivan right now. His tower is going down slowly. The Lava Hound has connected to the tower.
Lumberjack was on it as well.
Yep. I think there's just not a lot of ground for him to defend, so it's really hard for him to defend. But we've got a counter breach with another Lava Hound. Potentially this tower could get nuked down in time, but huge amount of defense here from Lucas. I mean, Lucas is playing extremely well in this game. He's pulled ahead. I mean, it's all going to take one poison.
Yeah, we've got to the point of spell cycling. The poison comes down with the snowball, and Lucas is going to even up the series. And it's interesting to see that because Ivan winning game number 1 when his opponent was playing this deck. Once they're playing the mirror decks, though, Lucas actually takes the game. So says a little bit about the series. Lucas managing to take that mirror match shows a little bit of dominance there from him. And he'll be confident going into game 3.
Yeah, I think, Lucas is such a strong player. I've heard his name in many tournaments, and every single tournament that he's done, I feel he's played at one of the top level of the players. So,
absolutely. And Ivan now going to be sweating a little bit. He's been in game 3 before this tournament already. We saw him in game 3 up against FMGG. Didn't manage to win that third game. Felt like the pressure was on a little bit too much, and we could see the same thing here up against his opponent. Now Lucas maybe be able to take this one. We'll have to see. It's definitely all up in the air. It depends on this deck selection.
Yeah. I don't know. Is he going to stick with Lava Hound? I think Ivan might go back to his comfort zone for Royal Giant to maybe even pull this off, but he might switch up his deck completely and counter Lava Hound. But the problem with countering Lava Hound, I mean, Lucas might just completely switch up his deck and not go for Lava Hound whatsoever. So it just really depends. We just have to wait and see.
Yeah, it's gonna. I'm curious to see what direction these guys go. I'd love to see like a fourth archetype come out. We've seen Sparky, we've seen Lava Hound, and then we've seen that Royal Giant, obviously. We've seen a couple of variations of those 3 decks, but mostly that's been the 3 types we've seen today. I'm curious if anyone mixes it up completely and goes for something entirely different.
Yep, right. We're getting to the next game now for Lucas and Ivan, so let's see what happens here. I wonder if he's just going to go back to his Royal Giant deck again. I just want to see if Ivan's going to do that, because Lava Hound really wasn't playing it well from there, I guess, but you never know.
I think just sticking with the same thing, though, is the Tombstone will go down. Baby Dragon meets Baby Dragon in the middle, and an Electro Wizard. So something's changed up a bit. Lumberjack will meet him on the bridge.
Yeah, Lumberjack maybe getting a little bit of damage on his left-hand side, but nice pull across with the Ram Rider. That was really good placement as well. No damage hardly done to that Ram Rider. Might even get a little bit of damage to the tower as well.
Yeah, the Electro Wizard will block a lot of it, but does get a chip or 2 in, and the Barbarian will get a couple of hits in. And Barbarians do a good amount of damage if they can get to the tower. That's 3 hits from him. 1,800 health remaining already. That's 700 damage in a single push.
Yep, I mean, Barbarians, if you allow them, like you say, to get to the tower, especially with the Battle Ram, those 2 Barbarians can almost take the tower down by themselves, so you just can't leave them.
Yeah, if a Battle Ram is unanswered, it pretty much will just solo a tower down. So it's definitely a card that you cannot ignore. This Bandit, I believe, will get a big charge in. This is huge damage going in favor of Ivan. To be quite honest, that's a little bit sloppy from Lucas not to have anything to answer that Bandit.
I think maybe what he's trying to do is he's just trying to build up a push here. If he builds up a push enough, he can actually get through to the tower, and then Ivan won't have enough elixir to defend it. I mean, he's obviously defended it really well here. I think he just ignored the Bandit, just maybe took that damage so he can go for the huge push with the Lava Hound, but he just didn't have enough elixir. He's not double elixir, so he didn't have the double elixir to back it up.
Didn't quite work out for him, and the Electro Wizard will get a shot on the tower as well. And so far, everything going very much in favor of Ivan. And now he's going to have cycled back into that Ram Rider, I believe. So we'll see what he's going to do with that. Whether he just drops it and just tries to get some damage in, or whether he waits for a counter push. Oh, Pekka.
Nice counter push on the right hand side. This is what you're supposed to do. If your opponent goes for a lava on the left and you go for a massive push, it forces your opponent to put units down there and not back up your Lava Hound up, so you don't have
connect
anything.
Here. Yep. This is a massive push on the right here. 1 hit, 2 hits come in from the Pekka. The Lumberjack will finally answer that, but now both sides just as damaged for the side of Lucas. He's going to be in trouble here. Lumberjack will get a few shots onto the tower on the right, though, so that's good counter pressure there. Good little counter push. And now his Lava Hound has also made it on in. That Baby Dragon might just go down. Snowball really, really nicely done, though. We'll be able to block a lot of this damage. Baby Dragon connects to the tower, and he sort of even things up on that side, but now the counter push. The Ram Rider finally comes on through. Electro Wizard will stop the damage a little bit, but a good connection there. The Barbarian, the Bandit going to push on forward. This is maybe going to be a tower dropping completely. We've got 13 seconds left in the game, but does answer it eventually. 200 HP, but the lightning there to finish it.
Yep, still got 10 seconds to go, so I do not think Lucas can come back from this one. It looks like Ivan is taking this matchup. But I like that play. I mean, that's the worst thing you can do. I mean, if you put Lava Hound at the back and your opponent bridge spams, it's so hard to stop. I mean, I've had it so many times I put a tank at the back.